Hello everyone, welcome back. My name is Tony. I go by Rainbow Dude on the internet. And we are here at Halam Shiral in Dragon Age Inquisition, getting ready to explore the Royal Wing. We have our party with us. Apparently everyone else's stuff stayed equipped, but mine did not. Everyone is injured. That's lovely.
Worth a look around, right?
We want to get as much as
Room
we can
after
to
room,
pump
and for
our
what? Ruffle storage. Real useful.
court approval afterwards. Hello, are you dead? You are dead. It's down there.
Hello? Is anyone there? Somebody?
Need more
Anybody?
hollow statues.
No! Stay back!
Shoulder check. Right out the window. You love to see it. This is Halam Shiral, bitch.
Oh, thank you.
Are you okay?
Are you all right?
I don't think I'm hurt. No one's supposed to be here. Briala said... Oh, I shouldn't have trusted her.
Briella sent you?
Briala told you to come to this wing of the palace?
Not personally. The ambassador can't be seen talking to the servants. We get coded messages at certain locations, but the order came from her. She's been watching the Grand Duke all night. No surprise she wanted someone to search his sister's room.
This is Florian's room.
So this room belongs to the Grand Duchess Florian.
It used to. This had been her private room in Halam Shiral since she was a child. But this part of the palace was damaged, and the royal family moved to the guest wing.
Could anyone else be doing it?
Is there anyone else who knows the code and the drop location who could have written those orders?
I don't know. Any of us could do it, but... No. No one else would send me here. It had to be Briala.
What were you supposed to be looking for?
What were you trying to find in Florian's old room?
The message didn't say. I should have known it was a setup.
And how'd you get in?
This wing is sealed. How did you get in here?
Easy. The door was unlocked. One of the
And
others
how did I
probably
get in? And I
handled
had to
it.
have a key. You were brave to come here.
It takes great courage to come to the royal wing unarmed.
It's not courage to blindly follow Briala's orders into a trap. I knew her. Before. When she was Celine's pet. Now she wants to play revolution, but I remember.
It's like
She
the
was
eyebrows
sleeping
don't
with the
move
Empress who purged
enough,
our
or the forehead
alienage.
doesn't move enough. It kind of just looks a little robotic that I didn't really pick up on before. Would you be willing to testify to that?
Would you be willing to testify to that, if I asked?
Absolutely. If the Inquisition will protect me, I'll tell you everything I know about our ambassador.
Knew it. I did. And I bet the hate's made it feel real good.
Go to the ballroom. Find Commander Cullen. He'll keep you safe.
Thank you. Make her protect you, Inquisitor.
Might not even be the forehead. It might be like the actual eyes itself, like the eyelash. Like, I don't know how to explain it. Alright, now do I have enough hollow statues to open up Celine's bedroom door? No, I need one more. I have to have it. I don't want to accidentally open up a hollow door and wait for it locked on the other side. Yay! This door is very important. private chambers. See, that's not a little goat, though. What is that supposed to be? Maybe it's not a Kunari. Now, see, this implies that Celine is bisexual, but I thought Mass Empire, like, confirmed she was a lesbian.
What happened?
It's not what it looks like. Honestly, I would have preferred it if it were what it looks like. The Empress led me to believe I would be rewarded for betraying the Grand Duke. This was not what I hoped for.
The Empress did this? Oh,
You're
okay,
telling me
never
that
mind.
Empress Celine
She's
left
just
you
tricking
naked
him.
and trussed like a roast duck?
Please, I beg you, don't tell Gaspard. The Empress beguiled me into giving her information about plans for troop movements in the palace tonight. She knows everything. Everything. The Duke's surprise attack has been countered before it ever began. She's turned it into a trap. The moment he strikes, she'll have him arrested for treason.
Good for her.
She'll be all prim, but here's you with your bits out.
Clever Celine. Even I'm impressed.
Yeah, we need the blackmail on Celine.
I'll protect you from Gaspard if you're willing to testify about Celine's trap.
I'll do anything. Anything.
Do they even like being so... like they are? Ugh.
Over here. No. Okay. Alright. Let's get out of here. Wait. Is that guy always there? Huh.
What's this then? Swapping all the gold leaf with diamonds, I bet.
I think there's a glitch that once it's at 100 it doesn't go down.
Parisian assholes! When I get out of this, I'll butcher you like the pigs you are!
Uh-oh.
Inquisitor, what a pleasure. I wasn't certain you'd attend. You're such a challenge to read. I had no
There's a
idea if you'd
rift
taken
here
my
in
bait.
the palace? I knew you were involved.
I had a feeling you were mixed up in all this.
Such a pity. You could almost be Orlesian, if you were just a little quicker. It was kind of you to walk into my trap so willingly. I was so tired of your meddling. Corypheus insisted that the Empress die tonight, and I would hate to disappoint him.
What do you get out of this?
What exactly is in this for you?
The wild, of course. I'll deliver the entire south of Thedas, and Corypheus will save me. When he has ascended to godhood, I will rule all Thedas in his name.
Doubt.
Why kill the Empress? What does Corypheus want to achieve?
Celine's death is a stepping stone on the path to a better world. Corypheus will enter the Black City and claim the godhood waiting for him. We will cast down your useless maker and usher in a united world, guided by the hand of an attentive god.
And we already know why, but I'll ask it anyway.
You're Orlesian royalty. Why would you help Corypheus attack your empire?
You think so small, Inquisitor. Why settle for an empire when Corypheus will remake the entire world? I admit, I will relish the look on Gaspard's face when he realizes I've outplayed him. He always was a sore loser.
Yeah, it's not too late.
You don't have to go through with this, Florian. There's still time to turn back.
Oh, my dear Inquisitor, you are so naive. In their darkest dreams, no one imagines I would assassinate Celine myself. All I need is to keep you out of the ballroom long enough to strike. A pity you'll miss the rest of the ball, Inquisitor. They'll be talking of it for years. Kill her. Bring me the marked hand
You're
as
using my
proof.
weakness against me.
It will make a
Archers.
fine gift for the master.
Wait, you're opening the rift? Oh, good. Okay. No, I might as well. Where's the team? It does go down. That's not good. Please don't take me right back to the ballroom.
And just his tits, what was all that? Were those demons? There aren't any more of those blasted demons coming, right?
You're safe.
No more demons. It's safe.
Maker? I've never seen one that close before. I knew Gaspard was a bastard, but I didn't think he'd feed me to fucking horrors over a damn bill.
Gaspard did this to you?
Duke Gaspard lured you out here?
Well, his sister. But it had to come from him, didn't it? And all that garbage she was spewing doesn't mean anything. Gaspard had to be the
I
mastermind.
mean, I don't think he was. You sound Ferelden.
Your accent sounds Ferelden. I thought you were one of Gaspard's mercenaries.
Born and raised in Denerim. Seems like I should have stayed there. The Duke wanted to move on the palace tonight, but he didn't have enough fancy chevaliers. So he hired me and my men. He had to offer us triple our usual pay to come to Orlais. Stinking punsy cheesemongers.
Come work for me.
Want a new job? One that pays better? The Inquisition can always use a good mercenary company.
You hiring? I'm game. Anything's better than this bullshit. You want me to talk to the Empress or the court or sing a blasted song in a chantry? I'll do it.
Okay. Where is this all leading to? Return to Cullen. Dead noble. That's the exit, but there was another room opposite of this one. No! I'm a fool! Maybe I can come back. Le Requiem. Oh, hello. That's supposed to be Celine, I believe. Nope. I think this is Sarah's last Red Jenny thing. Darn it. It's gonna take me all the way back to the ballroom, I bet. Oh, maybe not. Okay, so it does go back down. I gotta be quick. I don't have to be quick. We have a lot of secrets stuff. I don't have any more hollow statues, and that one takes 5, it looks like. That's hollows, that's hollows. Unfortunate. I don't think there's enough hollow statues to open all the doors. Oh, is there anything in there? Hello. No. Nothing worth having. Alright, what's out here? This is a garden of some kind. Kitchens. We've already been here. No, this looks different. We do want to be somewhat fast. I hate that her chair is like not center in the table. 'Cause it's obviously Celine's dining chair. And it's a private like dining room maybe. That looks like the way back. What's up here? Nothing. Oh, this is probably the red Jenny chest. Fortunately, my thing is full. The journal. Winter Palace. Nope, not that one. Where is it? An area we haven't explored yet. Guest wing, vestibule, main level. Interesting. We can either go that way, or we can go... Is there another way we could go? But I didn't go for some reason. Oh yeah, it goes through the kitchens, I think. No, we've already been here, and then we came back. Yeah. I'm a dum-dum. Oh, maybe Gaspard is coordinating with Florian.
Thank the Maker you're back. The Empress will begin her speech soon. What should we do?
There's nothing worse for a Norlesian noble than getting publicly dressed down. So let's do that.
Wait here, Cullen. I'm going to have a word with the Grand Duchess.
What? There's no time. The Empress will begin her speech any moment.
Maybe it's all three of them.
We owe the court one more show, Your Grace.
Inquisitor.
Everyone's watching. Smile.
The eyes of every noble in the Empire are upon us, Your Grace. Remember to smile. This is your party. You wouldn't want them to think you had lost control.
Who would not be delighted to speak with you, Inquisitor?
I seem to recall you saying all I needed was to keep you out of the ballroom long enough to strike. When your archers failed to kill me in the garden, I feared you wouldn't save me this last dance. It's so easy to lose your good graces. You even framed your brother for the murder of a council emissary. It was an ambitious plan. Celine, Gaspard, the entire council of heralds, all your enemies under one roof.
This is very entertaining, but you do not imagine anyone believes your wild stories.
That will be a matter for a judge to decide, cousin.
Gaspard? You cannot believe this. You know I would never... Gaspard?
Yep, take her away.
You lost
Take
this
her
fight
away,
ages ago,
toys.
Your Grace. You're just the last to find out. Your Imperial Majesty, I think we should speak in private. Elsewhere.
Your sister attempted regicide in front of the entire court, Gaspard.
You're the spy master. If anyone knew this atrocity was coming, it was you.
You don't deny your involvement.
I do deny it. I knew nothing of Florian's plans. But you knew it all and did nothing.
I don't know which is better. That you think I'm all-seeing, or that you're trying so hard to play innocent, and failing.
Enough! We will not bicker while Tevinter plots against our nation. For the safety of the Empire, I will have answers.
Yeah, no, you're all idiots.
Every one of you is implicated. You all conspired to allow this to happen.
That's a bold claim, Inquisitor. Are you prepared to defend it?
I think we have to reveal that she lured Gaspard.
You allowed the Grand Duke to sneak soldiers in, hoping he'd make a politically foolish move.
That's duplicitous. Even for you, Celine.
Gaspard, you fell for it.
You took the bait. I met your mercenary captain, Your Grace. He says you are ready to attack tonight.
Clever move. If you were trying to get hanged for treason.
And Briala was playing both of you. She murdered your ambassadors and sent you each forged letters.
Even if I did, you can't touch me.
No one will defend you once it's revealed that you and Celine were lovers when she burned Halam Shiral's alienage.
You've made your point. What do you want?
I feel like making them work together will benefit the Inquisition more than demanding that they work for me.
You are three of the best minds in the Empire. You could do so much for Orlais and your people if you stopped fighting.
It is remarkably optimistic to believe that the three of us could ever forget our differences, Inquisitor.
I cannot believe you want to make a speech. This is foolish.
We have no choice. The nobility requires an answer for what happened.
Unless you want to pretend the war was all a dream. That would go over well. No more dithering. We make the cut swift and clean. Kindest to all of us.
Lords and ladies of the court, we are pleased to announce that an accord has been reached. Our cousin Gaspard will now hold a place of honor in our cabinet.
Friends, we assembled are the leaders of the Empire. We must set the example for all Thedas. We cannot be at war with each other, while the Fade itself challenges our borders.
We must stand united or surely we will fall alone.
Why is Briala not here? We can save our world.
We will save Thedas from calamity, but only together may we accomplish this.
We will heal our wounded country. A long road of reconstruction lies before us. But tonight, we celebrate the arrival of peace. Let the festivities commence!
Did I do something wrong?
The Orlesian nobility make drunken toasts to your victory, and yet you are not present to hear them. Do you tire so quickly of their congratulations, Inquisitor? 'Tis most fickle, after all your efforts on their behalf.
Did I fuck up reuniting Briala and Celine? I might have. Ah. I did.
Everyone suddenly wants to talk to me. You, at least, I'm glad to see.
Then I have happy news, as you shall be seeing a great deal more of me. Celine wishes to offer you any and all aid, including mine.
Blah, 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 blah.
Thoughts? Come. Before the band stops playing, dance with me.
I gotta go back to an earlier save. Come on, game. Blah,
Please,
blah, blah, blah,
may
blah,
I?
blah, blah,
But
blah,
surely with the
blah.
support...
Load.
Is it my imagination? Or are there more Inquisition honor guards now?
Maximilian swept me off my feet.
Mistress Nightingale, what a pleasure to see you again.
Is it true the Inquisitor was headed out of the faith?
Inquisitor Lavalin.
Okay. So we forgot to talk to
How many of the
Briala
guests have mistaken
and show
you
her
for
the
a
necklace.
kitchen servant? You've charmed some of the nobles. We'll see how long you can keep their favor. What brings you to me?
I found an elven locket hidden among Celine's things. This isn't yours, is it?
Let me see that. She kept this. What was she thinking? If Gaspard had found this, it would have ruined her.
Seems sentimental.
It might have meant something to her.
Maybe it did. She held on to it.
We'll speak more later, Ambassador.
Another time, Inquisitor.
Okay. We did the thing.
Lady Nightingale.
I would love to hear about your time in Cap.
Ugh. So many crimes of fashion. Ugh. So many crimes of fashion. This is...
Lady Inquisitor.
Oh, well, we're back. We can ask the Dowager to dance.
Would you care to dance, Lady Mantelone?
You,
Monteleone.
Inquisitor, are a delight. One does not often find foreigners so well versed in the game. But you have other dances to perform first. Perhaps you will save me a dance for later?
Have you noticed anything odd this evening?
Too few Imperial guards stand in attendance, my dear. A shame. They are so pleasantly decorative.
I'd like your opinion of this gathering, my lady.
It's doomed to fail, of course. Celine knows that. At least it should be amusing. We haven't had such a menagerie at court in living memory.
Good evening, my lady.
Okay. Now I'm going to just do all the stuff we just did. Actually, I gotta go turn these caprices in. Because I don't think we're gonna find any more. Oh, hang on.
I should look around.
Gaspard is wasting his time.
More
Nothing he does could win over the Council of Heralds now.
Burn them all in their homes.
Everyone's just throwing secrets out over here.
Inquisitor, enjoying the ball, I hope.
Who are you? Oh, you're the...
Good evening.
Did you hear what Gaspard said to
I guess like as the night goes on, people are getting careless and
Interesting.
leaving stuff hanging around.
Just gossip.
We need more servers in the ballroom. Where is everybody?
Where is that lazy elf? I sent him down to the cellar for more wine hours ago.
We can only hope Celine prevails tonight. Gaspard will ruin us all. We can only hope Celine prevails tonight. Gaspard will ruin us all.
I don't think I have enough hollow for that, do we? Oh, we do. Neat. No! Shit! That's not good. Oh, now I gotta go back.
I have 3 ducks and a fox. I'll get this. Just be patient.
How did you all get here?
And one of them always laughs. Inquisitor.
What a pleasant surprise.
Perhaps.
Tight in the event that there...
Oh, now I gotta go back. Because we can't do that. I don't want to waste our...
We can only hope Celine prevails tonight. Gaspard will ruin us all.
Gaspard is wasting his time.
Is it my imagination? Or are there more Inquisition on our guards now than there were before?
Did you hear what Gaspard said to Duke Germain? His own uncle.
Good to know.
Where is that lazy elf? I sent him down to the cellar for more wine hours ago.
Okay. We're not gonna be able to get all the Caprice coins because that would
It's
mean
been too long since
not
I've had
getting
any
the
word from Valroyo.
not getting the
We can only hope
blackmail
Celine
on
prevails tonight.
Celine.
Gaspard will ruin us all.
Gaspard is wasting his time. Nothing he does could win all now.
He should have considered that before threatening to burn them all in their homes.
Is it my imagination? Or are there more Inquisition on our guards now than there were before?
I hope you're enjoying yourself.
Seeing things.
Do you have it? Oh, great. Perhaps once our business...
I am not talking to you until we get home.
Fine by me.
Room after room, and for what? Ruffle storage? Real useful.
Hello? Is anyone there? Somebody? Anybody?
Oh, thank you. No one's supposed to be here. She's been watching the Grand Duke all... I don't know. But this part of the... Easy. Now she wants to play revolution.
What's this then? Swapping all the gold leaf with diamonds, I bet.
You painted Orlesian arsehole! When I get out of this, I'll butcher you like the bitch you are!
The Empress led me to believe I...
Clever Celine. Even I'm impressed.
Do they even like being so... like they are? Ugh.
Leave us.
Gaspar is wasting his time.
Need another hollow section.
It's been too long since I've had any word from Valoyo.
Gaspar is wasting his time. Nothing it does could win over the Council of Heralds now.
You should have considered. How do things look out there? To burn them. Are the negotiations over yet?
I am not talking to you until we get home.
Fine by me.
I am not talking to you until we get home.
Your investments seem to be paying off.
War encourages armies to borrow coin. No one wants to lose their country because interest rates.
We'll hold the area.
It's gotta be the one in the apartments. Not there. Move along the eastern wall. Up into the cutscene occurs. Rendezvous and Ambassador Fiala. I'm down there, sure. That'd be ridiculous.
Gaspard is wasting his time.
Are all the Delancey's here?
Maker, I hope not.
Gaspard is wasting his time. Nothing he does could win over the Council of Heralds now.
You should have considered that before threatening to burn them all in their homes.
Might be something here.
Oh, sweet Gérard. My people...
Duke Gaspard wants another bottle of brandy. We'd better have 2 or 3 at the ready.
No one knows why he was
Mistress Nightingale.
Ugh. So many crimes of fashion.
I found...
They'll...
Lady Inquisitor.
Mistress Nightingale, what a pleasure.
Inquisitor, is there something you...
Are all the Delancey's here?
Maker, I hope not.
Does anyone have a report on the
Inquisitor?
and the deaths?
Is it true the Inquisitor was handed out of the Fade by Andra?
I am not talking to you until we get home.
Fine by me.
Room after room, and for what? Ruffle storage? Real useful. What's this then? Swapping all the gold leaf with diamonds, I bet.
You're such a challenge to read.
I fear I'm a bit busy.
Yes, I see that. Such a... It was kind of you to... Corypheus insisted that the Empress die tonight. We will cast down your... I admit, when he has ascended to godhood, I will rule all Thedas in his name.
At this point...
were those demons? I knew Gaspard was a bug, and all that garbage. So he hired me and my men.
Okay. 3, 2, 1. Alright, we're back. I've got all the blackmail. Didn't get all the other stuff because I messed up and opened the first hollow door instead of saving it. And we have done what we needed to do to make all three of them properly work together. And reunite Briala and Celine. I am going to just quicken this a bit.
Thank the Maker you're back. The Empress will begin.
I'm going to talk to her. We can skip through these, I think. Oh, it's not going to let us. Okay.
Inquisitor.
Everyone's watching, please smile. Blah, blah, blah. Baker away toys.
Your sister attempted...
Enough! We will not bicker while
Olivier at
Tevinter
fault.
plots against our nation. For the safety of the Empire, I will have answers.
Every one of you is implicated. You all conspired to allow this to happen.
That's a bold claim, Inquisitor. Are you prepared to defend it?
You lured Gaspard
You
here.
allowed the Grand Duke to sneak soldiers in, hoping he'd make a politically foolish move.
That's duplicitous, even for you, Celine.
Gaspard, you fell for it.
You took the bait. I met your mercenary captain, Your Grace. He says you are ready to attack tonight.
Clever move. If you were trying to get hanged for treason.
And Briala was playing both of you. She murdered your ambassadors and sent you each forged letters.
Even if I did, you can't touch me.
No one will defend you once it's revealed that you and Celine were lovers when she burned Halam Shiral's alienage.
You've made your point. What do you want?
Work together.
You are three of the best minds in the Empire. You could do so much for Orlais and your people if you stopped fighting.
It is remarkably optimistic to believe that the three of us could ever forget our differences,
I just moved my
Inquisitor.
lawn, so my allergies are like in overdrive. Alright, so this should have done it.
I cannot believe you want to make a speech. This is foolish.
We have no choice. The nobility requires an answer for what
Mess it
happened.
up again.
Unless you want to pretend the war was all a dream. That would go over well. No more dithering. We make the cut swift and clean. Kindest to all of us.
I think I still fucked it up.
Lords and ladies of the court, we are pleased to announce that an accord has been reached. Our cousin Gaspard will now hold a place of honor in our cabinet.
Friends, we assembled are the leaders. We cannot be...
We must stand united
I
or
think I fucked it
surely
up
we
again.
will fall alone.
We will save Thedas from calamity, but only together may we accomplish this.
We will heal our wounded country. A long road of reconstruction lies before us. But tonight, we celebrate the arrival of peace. Let the festivities commence!
The Orlesian nobility make drunken toasts to your victory, and yet you are not present to hear them. Do you tire so quickly of their congratulations, Inquisitor? 'Tis most fickle, after all your efforts on their behalf.
It's, good to see you.
Everyone suddenly wants to talk to me. You, at least, I'm glad to see.
Then I have happy news, as you shall be seeing a great deal more of me. By imperial decree, I have been named liaison to the Inquisition. Celine wishes to offer you any and all aid, including mine. Congratulations.
You want to join us?
I had no idea you were interested in joining the Inquisition.
The assignment has been given to me, regardless of my personal interest. Celine knows you face an opponent who wields great magical power, which is far more important than her own curiosity. You will require my knowledge if you are to defeat such magic. Regardless, Corypheus is a threat to Orlais and to myself. Thus, I am not opposed to the appointment.
What skills do you have that would benefit us?
I have knowledge which falls beyond the realm of most mages. I suspect this is also true of Corypheus, thus it behooves you to add to your arcane arsenal, yes? Mundane knowledge will not bring the rift in the sky to a close, after all.
Are you a blood mage?
When you say knowledge beyond the realm of most mages, do you mean blood magic?
I know many obscure, forgotten, and forbidden arts. Some of it you might consider blood magic, yes? Should thought of that frighten you, allow me to offer reassurance. Knowledge alone does no harm. What I possess, I place at your disposal to make use of or ignore as you desire.
Welcome aboard.
Welcome to the Inquisition, Morrigan.
A most gracious response. I shall meet you at Skyhold.
I feel like I did something wrong.
I'm not surprised to find you out here. Thoughts?
Things turned out well.
We achieved all our goals. I'm enjoying the moment of peace while it lasts.
You should. They're fleeting enough. Hang on to them when you can. Come. Before the band stops playing, dance with me.
Excellent idea.
I'd love to.
The matter is urgent, Lady Josephine.
I am well aware of that, revered mother.
We will need them to return to Val Royeaux as soon as possible. There are ceremonies, ordinations. Maker's mercy.
That's quite impossible at the moment. However, I will see to this matter as soon as possible.
My Lady Inquisitor. Please, may I have a word with you?
How can I help you?
How may I assist you, revered mother?
With the political turmoil put to rest, our minds turn to a single question. The next divine. We cannot answer it without the left and right hands of Divine Justinia V.
I have already told you, revered mother. Lady Leliana and Seeker Cassandra cannot be spared from their duties.
But surely with the support of the Empire, the Inquisition will not be harmed by the loss of just 2 souls.
Why do you need them?
Why do you need Liliana and Cassandra?
They were Her Holiness's most trusted advisors. They represent her legacy, her hopes for peace in Thedas. They could rally the Grand Clerics to follow as no candidate from the clergy has been able to.
You think very highly of them.
You must think very well of them to suggest such a thing.
In order to get Briella
Lady
and Celine to
Liliana
reconcile,
and
you can't have all three
Cassandra were
have a truce.
Justinia's most trusted friends and advisors. Our late divine is still held in high esteem. To honor her, the Grand Clerics might support one of them as successor.
How long would they be gone?
How long does the Chantry need them?
Several months, at least. If one of them is crowned divine, she would not be returning to the Inquisition.
I'd have to let them decide.
Liliana and Cassandra would have to make that decision for themselves.
And they certainly will, at a later date. The Inquisitor has only just returned and has important business to attend to. You must excuse us, revered mother. Don't let them detract from your victory at Halam-Shiral. We've beaten his wardens and stopped his intrigues. Soon, Corypheus will have no place to hide. Cullen is hoping to press our advantage. We'll plan our next attack when you're ready.
Okay. Close that out. Back to this. So yeah, in order to have Briella and Celine...
How many have trained here, I wonder? Inquisitor.
Oh, are you the Knight Enchanter trainer? Is that why you're just kind of around?
What did I tell you?
Thank you. Yeah.
Your worship.
Apparently Krem is Jennifer Hale, and I love
We'll
Jennifer
talk
Hale
later.
and, like, everything.
I'm pleased to hear it.
You know I've got no problem with Orlesians, but Halam-Shiral was a mess.
I mean, I agree.
At least under the Qun, you don't get everyone tripping on each other's dicks while the country goes to crap.
I agree.
I hate politics.
You've got a crappy job then, boss. Hey, you need me?
No, we're good.
See you later, Bull.
Nice talking with you, boss.
Sutherland.
Inquisitor. He looks like he could slit a throat and not think twice.
You are that good a judge of character? That familiar with throat cutters?
I'm just saying Grey Wardens do some really odd things. We saw it.
You saw the backs of better men marching.
That's an insult. Uh-oh, Sarah. What do you got going on?
One for the Empress. For Gaspar. Briella. The Duchess. And Corypheus. Right in the dangle bag.
What's wrong?
All right, you're clearly annoyed. What can I do?
You're doing fine. It's the dead piled up in Halam-Shiral that's nagging at me. A cook here, a footman there. What's it matter, right, so long as there's a butt for the throne? A pretty one, sure. But how many lives are worth one empress's arse? Ugh, that place. Should have just thrown in some bees and slammed the doors.
Earwigs would have stopped a ball.
I don't know. You want to stop a party? I think you go earwigs.
I hate those things, with their little pinchy butts. Josephine should add that to her paper threats. You know the real lesson from all this? Never sleep with an empress. That, and Briella being an idiot. The whole thing would have gone different if that little piss-up wasn't in the middle.
I don't know if it's quite that simple.
There was a lot more going on than a lover's spat.
Oh, sure.
There was.
Because of the hole in the sky? Pfft. Plenty of idiots around
Well, no,
before,
you had
and there'll be
Gaspard
plenty
there
of
kinda
idiots around after.
complicating things.
Better save some arrows, yeah? Love seeing you, yeah?
I'd like to know more about you, now that you're comfortable.
Suppose. It's embarrassing enough now, may as well.
So... Where'd you hate cookies?
Anything more to say about where you came from? Aside from hating cookies there.
Denerim, mostly. Before running into another Jenny. He was fun. Had weird friends, though. I think some of them were a lot more serious about being serious. Got some of them killed. I suppose they were like family. Better than Lady Emerald ever was. You know why? They didn't give two squirts about who or what you were. It was all what you did.
Where are they now?
So where are the rest of them?
All over. Or they stopped to let new people go all over. Some get rich and stop playing so they can do good things with it. One or two don't. Eventually, someone asks for a favor against them. So don't get like that, you hear?
How'd you end up in Orlais?
Denerim is a long way from Orlais. How'd you get there?
By Stinky Horse?
Sarah.
Denerim wasn't much fun after the Blight. Everyone trying to recover. You even feel bad for the nobles. But Val Royeaux, that's a fat city full of fat heads. They just don't know when to stop. You saw it. Orlais
I wouldn't be
rich
surprised if
and
there's more than
stupid.
one Red Jenny in Orlais. Or
Right
in
for the
Valrayo, I mean.
pickings.
So is that who showed you how to fight? Gave you your skills?
Nobody gave me anything except a chance. And maybe some lessons to start, but mostly just the chance. I took that and ran.
Do you remember your actual family at all? Your parents?
Well, there is the amulet I had as an orphan that has a missing piece. And look at your face. You believe me? No, still no parents. I remember an alienage with arseholes and hating that stupid tree. The one elves always have. Of all the things to pray at, they could at least pick one with apples.
It's nice to see this side of you. That you trust me.
Don't you go blabbing around, yeah? Because I'll have a big, trusting foot up your pucker.
Good.
We'll talk later.
I'm not gonna call her odd.
If
That
you
would
say
just
so.
be mean. Cole, you got anything to say about Halam Sharal?
You can do just that.
Fine day to you.
I didn't understand the Grand Ball. It would have been easier if they said what they wanted.
I agree, Cole.
That would have made everything much simpler.
The colors were pretty, though.
May I ask how things are now that you're more human?
It hurts. Everything hurts. Everyone remembers me now. I can only make them miss me for a few heartbeats. But I'm real. More real, anyway. And I understand more than I did.
Are you still physically the same? Or are you fully human?
I was always fully human. I can do everything I could do before, except make people forget. The way I move comes from my mind, not my body. As long as I remember some of the Fade, it remains. My body is just like the real Cole's, except that he was a mage. I'm not.
Why not?
Why aren't you a mage?
I can't know for sure, but the real Cole, his father beat him, killed his mother.
And then he killed his dad.
Sister might have died, too. I don't know if that was real or what the demon made me think. Then the Templars threw Cole in darkness and starved him, all because he had magic. He thought that if he didn't have magic, I'm what he wanted to be. Him, but
I don't know if you're really normal, Cole.
so no one would hurt him.
Can you still help people if you can't make them forget?
It's harder. I can't start over if I do it wrong. But seeing me changes them. They know a person wants them to hurt less. That helps.
You're still able to sense the feelings of others, aren't you?
Yes, I still feel things, flashes of their minds. Pain, hurt, all of it. It's not so loud anymore. I make more noise myself, so I don't hear as much unless I want to. I remember more things, though. It lets me learn. I
Fascinating.
sometimes see why something I said would bother Cullen. Maybe I'll do it less.
I'll talk to you later.
Goodbye.
There was something else here.
She's still behind the curtains in the reading room, watching the blood pool on the floor.
How would you like to get out of here? Maybe do something fun.
I don't know. I've never tried.
Come on.
Oh, this will be fun. I don't remember this.
Inquisitor, you honor us with your presence. May I bring a sampling of fine cheeses for you and your guest?
I don't eat.
Even now that you're more human?
Well then, just a bottle of a fine Ghislaine White to start. Please enjoy your meal this evening, your worship.
He saw me. They all see me.
I'm proud of you.
I'm glad you've allowed them to.
I don't know if I did. I find people when their pain leaves them open. I ease the pain. I leave, they forget. That was enough for me. Now they remember, and I'm not sure...
Cole?
I told you about Reese, the mage who could see me, my friend. My only friend for a long time. Evangeline showed me that Templars could be kind, but even she...
Is this painful?
Cole, if this is troubling, we don't have to talk about it.
Gentle. You watch me walk into darkness over and over, and you always worry. Thank you. But this isn't about them. It's about... When I found out I wasn't human, when I grew, I lost Reese. I lost my only friend. That's why I was scared about letting all these people see me. That's why I laughed.
You've lost me.
I still don't get it.
This world taught me that changing means losing your friends. But now I know that doesn't have to be true. I have enough self to know that what I felt was foolish. Isn't it wonderful?
I hate that his hat hides his face in some scenes. It is, yes.
It's another good step, Cole.
I might like being human. What do you think I'll learn next?
Ham and cheese. I don't know how that was necessarily fun,
From
though.
Haven's fire come we, the able
Maybe just
to
nice having each other's presence. Wait, there's quests?
We rally with our hero,
Morrigan, you have a
There
quest?
is an issue that you should address. I think it's worth your time, Inquisitor.
Cassandra.
Will you not consider it, Lady Cassandra? The clerics are still sequestered. If no one steps forward, they will debate until...
And you think I could make them agree? I've heard enough for one day, Mother Giselle.
Talk to her, your worship.
But I don't want Cassandra as the divine. I want Liliana. Is she bothering you?
Is there a problem? It seems like she's bothering you.
Mother Giselle is kind, and she means well. So, yes, she was. I assume you've heard that Liliana and I are both candidates to be the next divine. Because of what happened at Halam Shiral, of course, the Empire favors you. Thus, everyone close to you. So now the Chantry bandies our names about without even asking us first.
So refuse.
If you don't want it, then tell them so.
Surely it was never meant to be like this. The Chantry, the Circle of Magi, The Templars. This cannot be what they intended when it all began. The Chantry should provide faith, hope. Instead, it cannot veer from its course, even in the face of certain death.
It's failed.
The Chantry has failed, Cassandra.
I'm not surprised a non-believer would say that. I wonder if the legions of faithful throughout Thedas would agree with you. Did you know Varric is Andrastian?
I did.
Oh, he blasphemes with every second breath, but deep down he believes. His heart is virtuous. But he would never step foot in a Chantry. It should be the first place to which the virtuous turn. It needs to change. Perhaps I must be the one to change it.
I'd rather you didn't.
You're not the only candidate. What about Liliana?
Liliana says she wishes to follow Justinia's legacy. But she and I remember a different person. Justinia knew her fellow clerics and the people would only accept so much change. Liliana would cast it all aside and start over, I think. And that would be chaos for us all.
What would you change about the Chantry?
The Circle of Magi has its place, but it needs reform. Let the mages govern themselves with our help. Let the Templars stand not as the jailers of mages, but as protectors of the innocent. We must be vigilant, but we must also be compassionate to all peoples of Thedas, human or no. That is what I would change.
Just want to consult something. Get out of here. Yeah, I don't think that... I don't know. I just think Liliana is the best.
We have more important things to worry
You can
about
just
right
do what
now.
you want.
One day we must turn our thoughts to what comes after.
That's not today.
I suppose that is true. I suppose I should not be so concerned. The clerics speak my name for now, nothing more. For now, restoring order and stopping Corypheus remain our priority.
Yes, it does. I didn't lose
I
much of
trust
a
all
career
is
just
well.
now, but so you're romantic?
So, that book you were reading?
Yes, what of it?
So under that taciturn shell beats a true romantic heart.
Why must it be an accusation? Romance is not the sole province of dithering ladies in frilly dresses. It is passion. It is being swept away by the pursuit of an ideal. What is not to like about that?
Nothing at all.
Oh, I quite agree with you.
Then why are you laughing at me?
I wasn't.
I will never hear the end of this, will I?
Alright, what do you need?
Is that all for today? Oh, my maker, you cannot imagine how many letters I've received about the fracas at Halam Sharal. Fortunately, you tied twice as many threads as cut, although it is yet bewildering at the center.
Halam Sharal calls
There are
us
problems coming out of Halam Sharal?
There are always problems from Halam Sharal. We've lost a few contracts, but more than made up for it. Although, if a few commendations were given, it might retie some severed threads. I couldn't suggest how. That is better decided at your war table, and I'm not going near that thing.
As you were.
We are here for...
Negotiate a deal for weapons...
Nothing.
Something. Okay, so now you have some patience in here. That's good. No, that's a chevalier. There are some wardens there. Looks like Blackwall, you got anything to say? You do.
Want a drink? I've a hankering for company.
The bar is completely empty except for us. This is quiet.
When I was a boy, there were these urchins who roamed the streets near my father's house. One day, they found a dog. A wretched little thing. It came to them for food. They caught it, tied a rope around its neck, and strung it up. Do you know what I did?
You sued.
You stopped them? Cut the dog down?
I did nothing. Not a damn thing. It was crying. I saw the kicking legs, the neck straining and twisting, and I turned around. Went inside and closed the door. I could have told my father or alerted someone. I didn't. I just pretended it wasn't happening.
You were a child.
You said you were just a boy.
I was old enough to know the dog was suffering and that it was wrong. I may as well have tied the noose myself.
I don't think
We
that's fair.
could make the world better. It's just easier to shut our eyes.
Don't let that stop you.
Nothing worth doing is easy.
Look at you. You would have done the right thing. We're lucky there are people like you in the world. There's always some dog out there. Some fucking mongrel that doesn't know how to stay away.
Well, you'll notice now that Warden Blackwall is gone. Let's clear out our inventory while we're here. Okay, I thought I sold all my weapons and I was like, oh no. That's not what I wanted. Mask of the Chalons. Oh, that's actually a better mask, I think. I hate the hair thing though. Mask of the Grand Duchess. That's probably gonna be for Celine. Not for Celine, for Vivienne. I gotta get rid of all this stuff. Let's do the sit in judgment.
I do not believe a reminder is necessary for this accused. Her capture and disgrace could not have been more public. Grand Duchess Floriane de Chalon, although her titles are among the dignities already at risk of forfeiture. You spared her life despite her treachery. What becomes of it now falls to you.
Welcome to my party.
Out of your element, Florian. Welcome to the Inquisition. My party.
Nah.
Nah.
Despite her posture, Lady Florian has acknowledged your authority.
Should I curse you on behalf of the Elder One? I realize he had no intention of honoring the concordats I manipulated. Do as you must. I respect your mastery of the game, even as I despise your victory. Celine does not know her fortune.
I don't want her working for us. Yeah, let's let her work for the people.
Like most nobility, she's never walked in the shoes of those she endangered. Lady Florian, I give you a chance. Common work, farm work, do some good.
Sentenced to walk with animals? How droll.
We have another? No. We still got people to talk to.
I would have been merciful with the mail.
Oh, we just passed Varric like he didn't matter.
That's because you wouldn't...
There you are. I've been looking all over for you. You're just in time. We almost had to start without you.
What are you talking about?
What exactly were you starting without me now?
I found her, Ruffles. Deal her in.
I do hope I recall the rules. It's been ages since I've played a game of Wicked Grace.
Grab a seat. We're ready to start.
Are we playing cards or what?
Are 3 drakes better than a pair of swords? Ugh, I can never remember.
Seeker, remember how I said, don't show anyone your hand? That rule includes announcing it to the table.
There's a crown on his head, but a sword too. His head didn't want either.
Don't talk to the face cards, kid.
You seem to have enough people. I have 1,000 things to do. Losing money can be both relaxing and habit-forming. Give it a try.
Curly, if any man in history ever needed a hobby, it's you.
Dealer starts. Oh, I believe I'll start at... Oh, 3 coppers. Do you think that's too daring? Maybe I'll make it 1. No. Boldness. 3 it is.
Seriously, who starts at 3 coppers? Silver or go home.
Bolder the better, right? I'm in.
Me too. Well, are you in?
I wish I could raise. Yeah, I'll see that bet.
I'm in, and raising another silver.
You haven't even looked at your cards.
Our illustrious leader is betting we're bluffing.
Who's missing?
The poor recruit
Vivian.
ran
Nobody
out into the
invited
dining
Vivian.
hall in nothing but his knickers.
Or Liliana.
And this profound silence fell over the hall as 70 mages and 30 Templars all turned to stare at once. Then, a slow round of applause began and spread until every soul was on their feet. A standing ovation.
What did he do?
Saluted, turned on his heel, and marched out like he was in full armor.
He did not.
Good man.
You're shitting us.
That's how you know it's true.
didn't like
I
that
could never
animation of
put
his
that in a
face.
book. Too unlikely.
Yep, I've got one.
I've got one for you. The clan decided to camp near this ruined fortress, right on the edge of the Tirashan. Dark as the bottom of a well. The keeper swore up and down it was safe, but some of the hunters started hearing noises in the middle of the
Oh, my
night.
mouth. Why are you doing that?
They ran out of there fast as you think, bare asses shining in the moonlight, the whole way back to their village.
Not bad. You don't mind if I steal that one, do you?
Well done. I like the part with the rabbit. There should be more rabbits in stories.
That was scandalous. It would ruin the Inquisition if anyone found out. Tell it again. And the dealer takes everything. I win again.
Deal again. I've figured out your tells, Lady Ambassador.
Commander, everyone knows a lady has no tells.
Then let's see if your good fortune lasts one more hand.
Yep, sure, deal me in.
I want another chance to win my dignity back. Deal me in.
Uh-oh.
Don't say a word, dwarf.
I tried to warn you, Curly.
Never bet against an Antivan, Commander.
I'm leaving. I don't want to witness our commander's walk of shame back to the barracks.
Well, I do. It comes off. I didn't know it came off.
That's hilarious.
I'm glad you decided to join us tonight. It's too easy to mistake you for the Inquisitor.
This was fun.
I enjoyed this.
See? That's what I mean. It's easy to forget you're not just an icon or symbol. Like those statues of Andraste holding bowls of fire. At least it is for me. You up for another game when this is all over, Inquisitor?
Absolutely.
I wouldn't miss it.
Good. It'll take me a while to talk Cullen into it. Maybe I'll work the revenge angle.
Who's that? Did I win?
Oh. Under the table the whole time. It's like a dropout Sam Rake. I've been here the whole time.
There are spirits hovering by the veil to observe the thrones of powerful nations, the machinations, betrayals. After our time in Halam Shiral, I understand why. I had forgotten how I missed court intrigue.
You've seen it before.
You miss court intrigue.
Oh, he hates that
When were you
question.
at court?
Oh, well, never directly, of course. An elven apostate is rarely invited to speak with empresses and kings. But from the Fade, I have watched dynasties form and empires crumble. It is sometimes savage, sometimes noble, and always fascinating. In any event, Celine should now be a steadfast ally, especially after helping her neutralize Briala.
I am sorry about her.
I hope you know that I didn't turn over Briala lightly. If I'd had another option...
Turn her over?
What?
No,
Why
we had
would
a
I
public
disapprove
truce
of-
of the three of them.
Oh, because we're both elves. I'm sorry, I was confused. I do not consider myself to have much in common with the elves.
To them.
Who do you have much in common with? Who are your people?
A good question. I joined the Inquisition to save the world. Regardless of who my people are, this was the best way to help them. As for the elves of Orlais, I believe Briala is doing quite well on their behalf. She is an admirable woman.
I admire you.
You're an admirable man. Not many people know who they are the way you do.
Thank you. Both for saying that and for seeing that. Few in this world can see me, instead of just seeing a pair of pointed ears. Hello.
We'll talk later.
Marvelous business, the Winter Palace. You saved an empress, and now she's eating out of your hand. Perfect mental image. All this dancing, politics, and murder makes me a bit homesick.
Happy I could help.
Happy to oblige. A taste of home, just for you.
Not just for me. Fun for the whole family.
Perhaps I should have invited some.
We were there. That's what counts. I hope you tried the ham they were serving, by the way. Tasted of despair.
They love referencing Mark of the Assassin.
I should go.
Try not to kill anyone without me.
I heard of your verdict on Alexios, Inquisitor. Research on your behalf is almost too kind. I hope you know what you're doing.
Why are you telling me to still sit in judgment?
A request has been made of you, Inquisitor. Here it is.
Okay, Liliana, you want to be divine?
So it's true. Some look to Cassandra or even me as Justinia's successor. I never thought the idea would gain momentum. Of course, with the other candidates out of the picture...
But what do you want?
Is becoming divine something you really want?
When Justinia was alive, I would have laughed at anyone who even suggested that I could be her successor. Things have changed. Still, I don't know. Restoring the Chantry will be like trying to steer a sinking vessel through a storm.
I'd help if I could.
Whoever becomes divine will have my support if she requires it.
And I'm sure whoever becomes divine will absolutely require the Inquisition's backing. The Chantry is faltering, but it still has influence over the people. Who tells the people what's right? Who do they look to in times of peril? A divine with enough support can change the Chantry. And with it, Thedas. But this is a discussion for later. If Corypheus wins, finding a new divine will be the least of our problems.
Oh, another cutscene.
A message from Divine Justinia.
Are you alright?
That's a shock. You alright reading it?
Thank you for the concern, Inquisitor. But I am. This message was written months, perhaps even years ago, to be delivered to me if she died. I've heard of such contingency plans. A sudden death often leaves loose ends. I'm to go to Valence, a small village on the waking sea. There is something hidden there.
Why Valence?
Why hide things in Valence? What's so special about it?
Justinia was revered mother at the Chantry there for many years before she became the Divine. It is a place that holds great meaning for her.
Any idea what you'll find?
You know what you're looking for?
The Divine was a powerful woman who used her position to obtain all sorts of things. Whatever she hid in Valence would very likely benefit the Inquisition and must be kept from falling into the wrong hands. If I'm lucky, she will have instructions for me.
Whatever you need.
I'll help in whatever way I can.
Wonderful. I was hoping you would agree to come with me to Valence. One more thing. If what is hidden in Valence is as valuable as I think, we're not going to be the only ones looking for it. I shall meet you at the Chantry in Valence. Try not to delay.
Well, I guess we're gonna go do that in a moment. We also need to talk to you, Vivian. I guess.
My dear, I'm afraid I must ask you for help. There is an alchemical formula that I must complete, but I have been unable to obtain a critical ingredient. The heart of a snowy wyvern. I had arranged to obtain one, but the chevaliers working with me were killed in the Civil War.
What's with wyvern.
If I'm going to hunt down a snowy wyvern, I need you to tell me everything you know about it.
They're quite rare and exceedingly dangerous. Their venom is the most potent of any wyvern. Ordinary hunters would not make the attempt. The risk is too great. You, my dear, would certainly be an equal to this monster.
And what's with the formula?
I didn't know you were an alchemist, Vivian. What exactly is this project you're working on?
It is a special request from a member of the Council of Heralds. I am still the Imperial Court Enchanter, after all. The matter is private. That is all there is to say.
Why do you want my help?
I'm not a hunter. Why do you think I can help?
This beast is not hunted for sport, as other wyverns sometimes are. It is far more deadly. In the past, chevaliers have been dispatched to either kill the creatures or drive them away from villages. Since my chevaliers have fallen to political conflict, I find myself in need of someone with a martial aptitude.
Alright, I'll do it.
I'll do what I can.
Thank you,
You
my
are still a
dear.
member
I
of
would
the
be most
Inquisition.
grateful. I shall give the location of its lair to Cullen. Remember, my dear, I must have its heart, or the potion will not work. I eagerly await your success.
Stop by the garden really quick to pick up some plants. Fairbanks is Matthew Mercer, by the way.
Good to see you again, Inquisitor.
I can't hear it, honestly.
Good to see you again, Inquisitor.
Yeah, that's a good accent. I don't know if it's a good accent, but it fooled me.
She's one I would offer no mercy. We nearly lost the creep about her.
Not a lot to say for her, although there's probably not all that different.
Josephine, you got anything to say?
How bracing to be in the thick of the game again. The last time I was at Alam Shiral was Countess Letienne's wedding. There were a dozen affairs, 5 secret alliances, and a duel between 2 chevaliers over the vintage of an Antivan port. But until the Duchess was unmasked, I've never seen the Winter Palace in shock.
At least they weren't bored.
No one can say the evening wasn't memorable.
They've already begun composing songs about it in Val Royale, no doubt. The game's become increasingly insular in the past few years. Corypheus skillfully took advantage. It's disturbing so few people in the Orlesian court were aware of the Duchess's machinations.
Seems like Celine knew.
The Empress realized she was in danger.
She's always in danger. Those loyal to her should have practiced more vigilance. But let's not lose sight of victory. Your actions at the ball have secured us allies and favors alike.
It was
Playing the
exciting, at
game
least.
was thrilling. We did just make history.
Indeed. Tales of this affair have begun circulating in Val Royale. Although I do wish Varric would show a bit more restraint in his accounts of the evening.
I feel like if I do this, then that might be it. So what we're gonna do is go to the Exalted Plains and bring Vivienne the heart of Snowy White. And we're gonna bring Vivienne because Blackwall's gone. We're gonna bring Vivienne, we're gonna bring Cassandra, and we'll bring Sarah. Why not? Why not?
Inquisitor, I have something for you.
No, thank you. Eerily quiet here. Let me disable helmets again. And Vivian, I'm gonna give you this, I think. I was hoping it would. I know it's here somewhere. Yep, there it is. Oh, it's electricity vulnerability with nature resistance? Who even does nature damage? Kind of bullying it, and I feel a little bad. Really? I don't earn any approval for killing it? So the last time that we gave a mage a weird secret ingredient, they blew up a chantry and killed hundreds, if not thousands of people. So I personally have some reservations about giving it to her, and I did when I first played this, just because of how secretive she is about it.
Inquisitor.
What the heck is this? What are these statues? I don't like them. I need to change that.
Where'd you learn to hammer?
Oh, why do I have Avar decoration? That's weird. I mean, we are in Orlais. lot of our Legion nobles.
A nice, simple blade. Can't go wrong.
I mean, if you're a mage, it could go wrong. Oh, that's not what I wanted. Oh my gosh, I keep doing that. These. I mean, honestly, I'm probably not going to remember to put any of these on people. I'll keep those on just in case I need to like look at somebody's inventory or equipment. I'm almost certain that anything I've built is better than what they have. Oh, that's much better. It matches much more appropriately. Alright, Vivian. There you go.
What can I do for you, my dear? Is it too much to hope that you've brought me the heart of the snowy wyvern?
I've got it. No questions asked.
I've brought you the heart as requested.
Inquisitor, you are a treasure. Please accept this as your payment. I must begin work immediately. You have been a dear friend, and I would like you to come with me.
Maybe my Inquisitor's just nice to everybody.
This should only take a moment, Inquisitor. I'm here, my darling.
He's sick. I remember her saying that he was like out of commission or something like that.
Vivienne,
Yes, darling.
it's going to be all right, my love.
My darling? Bastien?
I'm so sorry.
Vivian, I'm sorry.
There's nothing here now.
Well, now we have to go talk to her, because now she seems really sad, and I don't like leaving people sad.
We don't have the strength of treaties to judge a true Grey Warden.
Heroes, then. Saved us all a while back.
A sad lot, their lives.
Can't get much sadder.
Suitable replacement for the Primatus root must be derived as the plant went extinct during the Second Blight. Dried red moss cut from a wandering hill has shown similar restorative effects. An emulsion of silverite and elfroot extract can counteract the fatal toxicity of red moss. The solution must be heated for exactly 75 minutes with a magical flame. Mundane fires, regardless of fuel type, have been found to burn too low of a temperature. The heart of a snowy wyvern must be added at the last possible moment. The compound becomes unstable when exposed to light. Even if stored in perfect darkness, it is only viable for 3 days. It begins to degrade in potency in a matter of hours, and experimentation has shown that the age regression effect has decreases steadily over time from the moment it's synthesized. By the second day, the results are almost too subtle to detect, and by the third, it is entirely useless.
Can't make heads or tails of this. Age regression? Who is this potion for?
Bastien is dead. I can hardly believe. It was the Wintersend Ball. My first visit to the Imperial Palace. The Circle sent a dozen of us to entertain the nobility. I was in awe of everyone and everything, and then our eyes met. Bastien spent the entire ball at my side. The Dowager tried to have him killed for slighting her, but he didn't care.
Falling in love across a crowded ballroom. Sounds like something out of a children's story.
He was a dashing rogue, and any defects he might have had were made up for with rank and importance. It was a more innocent time, I suppose. And now he's gone, and I must write to his son Laurent. And his sister will make a terrible fuss if she isn't informed first. And I'll need to arrange for the chantry services. Maker only knows how long that will take.
Is there anything I can do to help?
If I can help you, just say the word.
No, my dear. I'll handle everything. Excuse me, I have so much to do. I always have time for you, my dear.
Seeing her as her allowing herself to be more human and less larger than life, I think is really what brings her to reality as a person. And it took doing that quest, my first time playing, to see her
This is where a smith
less uptight, I guess. I think that's the point of it, but it's a shame that that's pretty much the only example we see of it. Where's the first enchanters? Wasn't that a thing that I got? Or was it a weapon? Nope. Armor? Got the Hat of Majesty, but that's for Vivienne. So wait, what did we get just now? I'm confused. Unless it's the circle of Magi chair that we already had. Okay. We have to... That's what I wanted to do. We have to join Liliana in Valence. Let's take Cassandra. Take Vivienne. She looks so mean there. Like she's looking down on him in anger. Let's take Cole too. And we're just never gonna acknowledge that Blackwall is gone.
It's just as I remember it.
You've been here before?
You didn't tell me you'd been here before.
After the Blight ended, I came here to see Justinia. She was just Dorothea then, a revered mother.
It's peaceful here. You must have good memories of this place.
It was a place of comfort. It is good to see it still untouched by Corypheus.
Liliana, is that you?
Sister Natalie, what are you doing here? I thought you were in Val Rayo.
No, I've been here since Justinia died. This place makes me feel like she's still with us.
Inquisitor, this is Natalie, a trusted friend.
Wait, Inquisitor? You brought the Inquisitor here? My lady, forgive me for not recognizing you earlier.
I'd rather not be recognized.
I wish more people would fail to recognize me.
Oh, I see.
Natalie, listen. There is something hidden here. Something Justinia left for me.
Oh, really? What is it?
I don't know, but we'll find it. I'm curious to see what brought us all here. Justinia's letter came with instructions for me.
Above
They were a little cryptic.
lives in an open heart.
Always remember
light
that
has no
faith
fear of
sprung
darkness.
from a barren
Always
branch.
remember that faith is
That
sprung from a
light
barren
has no
branch.
fear of darkness. Above all, that strength in an open heart.
She must be hinting at something in here. Let's look around.
The branch.
Canticle was Justinia's favorite.
Yes, of course. Never give up the traditions of a most beloved divine.
There are but beautiful in its way.
It is beautiful.
Have you seen it by sunrise?
When the sun rises through it,
Shrink lives in an
splits
open
into
heart.
what looks like 1,000 suns, like a broken mirror.
Yes, spectacular, isn't it?
That
You
light
must
has
be
no
careful,
fear of
Natalie.
darkness.
Making their move, vying for position and the sunburst throne.
What was that?
Looks like we opened something.
Uh-oh. Interesting.
Sorry to keep you waiting.
Stop.
Liliana, stop! What are you doing?
I'm protecting us. They never sing the benedictions here on Fridays, Natalie. Something so simple. And you got it so wrong. I wanted to believe, but you were lying from the start. Keep that pretty mouth shut if you must, dear. You've already told me everything I need to know. The prickleweed burrs on your hem, talking about the sun rising through the breach. It all points to a single place. Morel in the Dales, Grand Cleric Victoire's bastion. She sent you, didn't she? Victoire was always an opportunist.
Who is this Grand Cleric? I've never heard of her.
An experienced cleric. She never agreed with Justinia, but kept her ideas to herself. I suppose now, with Justinia dead, she thought she could make her move.
I want to know what this Grand Cleric planned here.
She sent Natalie here to see what Justinia was hiding, no?
The Inquisition has turned Thidas away from the true chantry. It must be stopped.
Stop us? You must be joking.
Mother Victoire is well loved by many. The Inquisition has more enemies than you know.
And Victoire thinks she can ally with them.
Join us.
We don't have to be at odds, Natalie. You could come with us. Join the Inquisition.
I was called to serve the Grand Cleric. I will not betray her. Kill me then. I am not afraid to die for my beliefs. At least I still know what I believe.
No, I don't want to harden Liliana. Let her go.
Release her, Liliana. She's no threat.
The Grand Cleric?
She is one woman. We are the Inquisition.
The Inquisitor has spoken. Run. Tell your mistress that she has a choice. The Inquisition is coming. No, this can't be it. There's nothing here.
It's not nothing.
It's not what you expected. That doesn't mean it's nothing.
There's a message carved in the lid. The left hand should lay down her burden. She's releasing me. The divine has a long reach, but it is always her left hand that stretches out. 1,000 lies, 1,000 deaths. Her commands, but my conscience that bore the consequences.
What she said in the Fade.
She apologized in the Fade. She said she failed you. This is what she meant.
All this time, Justinia carried the fear that she was using me. Just like I'd been used in the past. But Marjolaine's games were trifles. Justinia gambled with the fate of nations. She needed me. No one else could have done what I did. She knows that.
But it's time to stop torturing yourself.
Then you have to let it go. Let her go. You don't owe her anything anymore.
If it were not for you, I would have killed Natalie and called it a good thing. Thank you for showing me what was right when I couldn't see it for myself. There are things that must be said, but not here. I will see you back at Skyhold.
Now you're not taking the box with you? What is this divot for? It's only in one of them. There's a dagger there floating. I wonder what that's for. No, that's not what I wanted. Why does it open up that? We've already been to the Lost Temple of the Thamen. No, I'm realizing that like each game has gotten bigger and bigger in scope. Like, first game, you're just a guy, and you're assembling different groups of armies, right? But at the end of the day, you're not commanding anyone. It's just you and Alistair against the world. And then in 2, you're a guy, you become champion. You have a small band of plucky heroes. Well, I guess Dragon Age 2 is smaller in scope than Origins.
It's time to plan our next attack. What's the state of the Inquisition?
Fuck, I didn't.
Our alliance with Orlais holds. For the present. They'll send aid on request.
And your actions at Adamant denied Corypheus his army of pet demons. With Orlais' support, our numbers match his. Corypheus' followers must be panicking.
My agents agree. Our victories have shaken his disciples.
Let's hope for deserters.
Perhaps they'll rethink following the Darkspawn Magister from the dawn of time. Where is Corypheus now?
After you dealt with the Duchess, Corypheus uprooted his major strongholds. He's moving south to the Arbor Wilds. His army clearly wasn't prepared to flee. Our victories have them on the defensive.
We haven't killed Samson yet, though. We'll keep them there.
They've terrorized Thedas long enough. We end them now. If Corypheus is hiding in the Arbor Wilds, that's where we'll go.
But what is Corypheus doing in such a remote area?
His people have been ransacking elven ruins since Haven. We believe he seeks more. What he hopes to find, however, continues to elude us.
Which should surprise no one. Fortunately, I can
It's the
assist.
classic outfit. Please continue.
You have my attention, Lady Morrigan.
What Corypheus seeks in those Forgotten Woods is as ancient as it is dangerous.
Which is?
'Tis best if I show you. This is an illuvian, an elven artifact from a time long before their empire was lost to human greed. I restored this one at great cost, but another lies within the Arbor Wilds. That is what Corypheus seeks.
This belonged to my people?
I found legends of an elven temple within the Arbor Wilds, untouched. It proved too dangerous to approach, and thus I turned elsewhere to find my prize. If Corypheus has turned southward, he could succeed where I failed. The Illuvian would be his.
What does it do?
A more appropriate question would be, where does it lead?
These are weird trees, man.
If this place once had a name, it has long been lost.
All these illuvians.
I call it the Crossroads, a place where all illuvians join, wherever they might be.
It's incredible.
This place is extraordinary. How could this even exist?
Who can say? Formed from the fabric of time and space, perhaps. The ancient elves left no roads, only ruins hidden in far-flung corners. This is how they traveled between them. As you can see, most of the mirrors are dark, broken, corrupted, or unusable. As for the rest, a few can be opened from this side, but only a few.
How did you find out about this place?
My travels have led me to many strange destinations, Inquisitor. Once, they led me here. It offered sanctuary.
Sanctuary?
Not all the mirrors lead back to our world. The ancients were nothing if not resourceful.
What does that mean?
If they don't lead back to our world, then...
Places between, like this one. I can describe it no better. For a time, I had a respite with the man I loved. For a time, I had a safe place to raise my son. But only for a time. One cannot remain in between forever.
What do you mean a few can be opened from this side?
Some of the illuvians have been left unlocked, like doors accidentally left ajar. All others are closed. They can be opened only from beyond.
Opened how?
With a key.
I suppose you have such a key?
The key can be many things. Each illuvian is different. I have knowledge as well as power. Often that is enough.
This place isn't natural. It almost seems... constructed. It's as if someone made a pocket within the Fade, with its own rules of reality. If the ancient elves could do this...
It seems remarkable that the Magisters of Tevinter could ever challenge them. Yes.
It's deteriorating. Eventually, this place will simply collapse on itself.
Who can say how old it is? For now, it stands, and thus retains its value.
Corypheus wants to come... here.
This is not the Fade, but it is very close. Someone with enough power could tear down the ancient barriers.
And enter the Fade in the flesh. Like Corypheus wanted to do with the Anchor.
Okay.
He learned of the Illuvian in the Arbor
the Veil of
Wilds
City
as I
Moon
did.
here.
He marshals the last of his forces to reach it.
There's supposed to be... Oh, yeah, there's Meryl's alluvion. It was on the left if you go back
You
like
have
10
made
seconds.
Corypheus desperate,
Like right
Inquisitor.
here.
We must work together to stop him, and soon.
Oh, hang on. Alrighty, so we're back. We gotta go check on Liliana. I don't know why we need banners in the garden.
Apologies, Your Worship. Running.
Hello?
You're the Inquisitor. Mother never told me the Inquisitor was an elf.
I am indeed an elf.
The years gave me away, didn't they?
No, your blood is very old. I saw it right away.
Kieran, are you bothering the Inquisitor?
Of course not. Did you see what's on her hand, Mother?
I did see. 'Tis time to return to your studies, little man.
Fine.
My son. Never where you expect him to be, naturally.
I didn't know you had a son.
Why would you? I take great pains to not let my own reputation affect him in any way. To most in the Imperial Court, he's simply a quiet and well-spoken lad. Perhaps the heir of some distant family. But he goes where I go. Worry not, Inquisitor. Kieran is a curious boy, but seldom troublesome.
Will his father be joining us as well?
'Twould be most unlikely. His father helped raise Kieran for a time, but events have conspired to take him elsewhere. So 'tis but the two of us, Inquisitor. Your fortress is a large place, and you will scarce notice our presence.
He seems like a fine young man.
But not the sort one might expect a woman like me to raise. No son of mine would be raised in a marsh, bereft of contact with the outside world. His future will be difficult enough without my adding to his burden. To think, until recently, this place stood decrepit.
Is Rook gonna be the old god
occupied
baby?
only by
Is
the
gonna be
desperate
Kieran all
and the
grown up?
lost. Now it is party to events that threaten to shake the world. I wonder if it is pleased.
It sounds like you've heard of Skyhold before.
This fortress was built upon the remains of a site holy to the ancient elves. They called it Tarar Salan, the place where the sky is kept. It is said that from here, they reached up to the heavens to bring them down to rest. They abandoned it, as did the humans who came after them. Bones laid upon bones, silent until your arrival.
I'm rather fond of it.
I like this place. I've made it mine.
The magic in this place has seeped into the stones, protecting it from darkness. Those who let it fall to ruin did not know what they possessed. You, I think, shall do it justice. You were kind to welcome my aid, Inquisitor, even knowing as little of me as you do. I will do my best to aid your cause with all the knowledge at my disposal. This I swear to you.
Thank you.
I appreciate whatever help you can give us.
Some might think Corypheus a madman for seeking godhood. Yet one must ask, what were the old gods? What secrets of theirs did the ancient magisters know? What I fear, what all should fear, is not that Corypheus believes he can succeed. 'Tis that he actually may. Leliana gave me the note that the hero of Ferelden included for me. She may even have left it sealed. A pity. You would have learned things that could make even an Orlesian blush. Now, was there anything else?
You seem to know a great deal about elven lore.
The Dalish are not the only ones interested in the distant past, Inquisitor. Indeed, my skills allow me access to places the Dalish dare not even dream of. The ancient elves hold secrets they have not yet given up. Secrets about the foundation of Thedas itself. Thus, they are my focus. Corypheus clearly feels the same.
Now that you've seen the Inquisition up close, what are your impressions?
'Tis remarkable what you have built. I will give you that. Leliana has built a network of spies beyond anything Thedas has seen. All this in precious little time, conjured from thin air through the power of fervor alone. I wonder if Corypheus suspected what he was enabling, just as I wonder what will become of all this once he is defeated.
We'll continue.
Whatever happens, the Inquisition will survive.
That alone is worthy of wonder. A new player on the stage, a figure of might and marvel. Beware the heights you reach, Inquisitor. When this is done, many will be eager to knock you back down.
I'd like to know more about you.
Ah yes, whence comes the mystery woman slinking her way into the Inquisition's ranks? Once I was an apostate, living well away from the banal influence of the Chantry in the Kukari Wilds. Then came the Fifth Blight with its darkspawn, and I left Ferelden for the Empress's court. 'Tis certain the nobles of Orlais breathe a collective sigh of relief that I am now here.
Tell me more about your son.
He is a very special young man.
Special in what way?
In every way. At first, Kieran was a means to an end. But as he grew, I never thought of myself as a mother, Inquisitor. I had no good example to follow. I find myself becoming something I can barely recognize.
You were in Ferelden during the Blight?
The Blight began in the Kukari Wilds, so yes, I experienced it firsthand. Indeed, I fought at the hero of Ferelden's side for a time. He is the reason the Blight was defeated. We became close. Closer than I even thought possible. When I left, he pursued me. And after that, I came to Orlais. The last place one would look for me, or such was my hope.
The Orlesian court seems like an odd place to find someone like you.
That was the point, originally. I knew the Empress was intrigued by the arcane, and that I could answer questions no Chantry mage could. Thus, we fit together nicely. I became her advisor, and she my benefactor and source of refuge. Truth be told, our arrangement would not have lasted much longer. Too many wagging tongues, even for Celine.
It's odd that an apostate could live so openly.
It confuses those who expect apostates to cower and hide. I stand boldly before them and demand to know why I need some Chantry mage to teach me to control my power. They would put me on a leash so they can feel safer at night. I am uninterested in their comfort. Naturally, it helps to have friends in high places.
I'll leave you to the garden.
Until next time, then.
Did she have more to talk about?
I was pleased to learn you saved the Grey Wardens from their own self-destructive foolishness. For all their eagerness to shed blood for their cause, we will still need them should another blight arise.
I agree.
It's fortunate my warden was not there, or he would surely have been in the middle of it.
Your warden?
You might know him as the hero of Ferelden. A lofty title, though he wears it well.
It's good to know you have someone special.
Nobody is more surprised by that fact than I, Inquisitor. My love is on a quest to combat the calling. The actual calling that signals the end of a warden's life. If he is successful, it will mean a long life for him. Perhaps for them all. Once Corypheus has been defeated, I fully intend to join my love once more.
Are those supposed to be apples?
Kieran
no,
misses
very
him
lumpy.
greatly.
It seems odd he went on an adventure and you stayed behind.
We are neither of us so weak we would die of loneliness. Where he went, Kieran could not follow, and thus I remained behind to look after our son. We will be together again soon enough, and I am glad of it.
How can the calling be stopped? Is that actually possible?
Grand Enchanter Fiona was once a Grey Warden, but something removed the blight from her blood. Similarly, a warden mage named Avernus performed experiments that prolonged his life to unnatural lengths. So, we know it is possible. Indeed, 'twas I who found the lead my love now follows in the Western lands.
Well, tell us what the lead
Success is not guaranteed, of course, but he has never lacked for determination.
Are the two of you happy together?
The three of us, and it is little business of yours. But yes, I never thought to find someone in this world I could trust as an equal. He has been a good partner, and a good father. And now I pray we discuss something else, lest these honeyed words make me vomit.
Is there any way the hero of Ferelden could help us against Corypheus?
'Tis unlikely. Corypheus uses the blight, but he is not controlled by it like a true darkspawn. Still, my love has ever been resourceful. I can give the Inquisition a means to send him a message. He will think this means I miss him, of course. Oh, he will be insufferably pleased with himself. I hope you appreciate this sacrifice, Inquisitor.
Oh, indubitably. Alright, let's go check in with Liliana. Before we do the Arbor Wilds, because that's like your end point of the game, I gotta go do like all the miscellaneous shard stuff.
Here is the request the leader of the tradesmen made.
Yes, I'll see
People
to
are
it.
blowing up my phone for volleyball.
Grand Cleric Victoire has offered the ambassador support for the Inquisition.
Ah, Natalie is as persuasive as ever.
I'm told that Ambassador Montillier is pleased with the restraint you showed in Valence.
She's positively beside herself. I will never hear the end of it. Niceness before knives, Liliana. Haven't I always told you?
Will that be all, my lady?
For now.
Hey, it's the box, even though you left it behind.
How have you been feeling since Valence?
Good. Wonderful. Valence was something of a rebirth for me. If you hadn't been with me at Valence, I would have killed Natalie. I'd have told you that I didn't have a choice. But there is always a choice. I am more than this. I am more than what Justinia made me.
Do you resent Justinia for what she did?
How can I when there is so much between us? When she gave her life for peace? No, I believe her intentions were pure. Most intentions
The road
are.
to the Fade is carved with good intentions.
What does this mean for my Inquisition? Will you still be my spy master?
Of course.
Yeah, that is interesting about
I would not give up my post. Not after everything we've built. I just know now that I shouldn't ignore my heart. Mercy is not always a weakness.
You've exceeded her. She could never have imagined the power you now hold.
And now I will know how to use that power wisely. I have to stay true to who I really am, before Spymaster, Left Hand, or Bard.
You're the Maker's chosen, God's favorite princess.
I almost lost myself.
So yeah, I'm pretty sure that the... Oh, hello, Josephine. I didn't realize you were
Inquisitor, I must speak with you.
What is it?
I must explain something first about the Montillier's fortunes. My family made their fortune as traders in Antiva until a scandal exiled us from Orlais some ages ago. It devastated our finances. The Montillier's have, in fact, been in debt for over 100 years.
I didn't know.
I had no idea your family situation was so precarious.
Hardly anyone outside the family does. For generations, we've done everything to keep creditors at bay. Sold our lands to stave off interest. It's just... it is infuriating to see my family still reduced to this. I'm to become head of our house. If I sell any more of our land, my family will become destitute. That cannot be my legacy to them.
How can I help?
Is there anything I can do?
I'd almost solved our problems. For a while. I negotiated a chance to reinstate the Montiliers as landed traders in Orlais. We could rebuild with that. But when I dispatched paperwork to Val Royeaux, I've just learned my carriers were murdered. And the documents restoring my family's trading status destroyed.
Can we find out who did it?
Do you have any idea who murdered them?
Leliana made inquiries that bore success. Comte Boisvert, a nobleman in Val Royeaux, claims to know who killed my messengers. He has a request that you come when I meet him, so he's seen publicly conferring with you.
Sure.
If that's what it takes to get to the bottom of this, I'll meet this Comte with you.
Thank you, Inquisitor. It means you are too kind. I must know who killed my couriers just to harm my family.
Okay, let's go do these war table missions first. And then we'll go to Val Royeaux. Hey, Morrigan. Oh, we got a perk point. Well, I've been saying I wanted this. So we're getting it. Oh my god, there's so many war table missions. Here's the thing, I don't own a mask. Thus, when the Orlesian Empress invites me to engage in real peace talks, I get nervous. I don't know what Orlesians mean when they say that, but I hear it involves poison and dancing. Perhaps both at the same time. I'm told you know Empress Celine, and she owes you for that whole saved your life business. Considering you also helped save mine, perhaps the Inquisition could help make these talks happen? King Alistair Theron. While there's bad blood, Josephine will do her best.
At your service.
Stop the rumors. From far off Monsimar, a songstress comes. What lies and thoughtless jives insults our name. I hated her in school, she pulled my hair. We must not let her make these vulgar claims. Our allies' words will turn the tide. The minstrel with no tongue can tell no lies. No, this is ridiculous. I don't know if she's an actual bard, if it's the same kind of business that
It was
Morrigan
interesting
went
to see how much has changed in Halam Shiral. And so little. Madame Méprise is a fixture. The sun will grow cold before she retires.
I think we'll wait for Josephine. I don't know if it's intense enough that we need Liliana on that one. Aiding Kirkwall. The tumult of the Mage Rebellion has been quelled. However, the city where it all began, Kirkwall, still suffers from the consequences of the fanatic Anders' action. Kirkwall was once my home. It was the home of Grand Cleric Althena, who was a mother to me and so many others. I will not watch it languish. Starkhaven will soon embark on a mission of aid. We will send troops and workers to assist in rebuilding the city and restoring it. I humbly entreat the Inquisition for help in this endeavor. Bring soldiers to remove Red Lyrium. Curtius is starting Cadus. Kirkwall can survive a bit longer. Plead for assistance from supporters around... Oh, let me go back to this other mission Josephine's done. Influence and Avenger. Talks between Ferald and Orlais took place in Jader, and it was not easy keeping matters from spiraling out of control. King Alistair is no diplomat and had little patience for endless fanfare. Thankfully, the Orlesians aren't interested in more war and were able to smooth the way toward an eventual peace treaty. The king sent along a sword that had once belonged to King Calenhad as thanks for what we helped create.
At your service.
The lyre's song is all too quick forgot, and at a word her patrons turn aside. Greatest hits. I actually don't know. I don't think that Sebastian going on his own little mini exalted march into Kirkwall is a good idea.
At your service.
Our plea for aid has earned us great praise. Many see our willingness to commit to Kirkwall's restoration as reinforcement in our coming In our commitment to restoring order to all of the world, first Kirkwall and then all of Thedas. That's not the reward we're supposed to get. We're supposed to get Andrew's gift. Dalen, thanks to your efforts, Clan Lavellan is safe within the city of Wycombe, and Duke Antoine's mad efforts to destroy us have ended with his death. For now I lead both our clan and the elves of the city, while the human merchants have formed a group that deals with us fairly and honorably. The other cities of the Free Marches listen to the false stories of the nobles who fled. I fear they will retaliate, but I am loath to flee the city, as that would effectively leave the city elves to die for our actions. If you have a path that leads to safety, I welcome your advice. Dareth Sherrall, Keeper Istimatorial Lavellan. Diplomats or fortify the city. Probably fortify the city, honestly, but I don't want Clan Lavellan to die. Yes, we want Cullen.
To work?
Commander Cullen, our troops fortified the city of Wycombe and flew the Inquisition banner. It's good that we did so, as the Marchers had soldiers ready to invade the city and kill every elf inside. They were not ready to make an enemy of the Inquisition, however, and when they saw our soldiers, they pulled up short. The Inquisition diplomat, Lady Guinevere Volant, handled negotiations quite well. When presented with evidence of the Red Lyrium, which we made clear was an unholy tool of Corypheus himself, the Marchers backed down from their claims of a baseless elven rebellion and pledged to leave Wycombe in peace. They've also donated generously to the Inquisition's coffers to make clear their support to our cause. The Inquisition's keeper has been installed with a city elf and several human merchants on the new Wycombe City Council, which will rule fairly for both humans and elves alike. That is a weird outcome for a Dalish elf, because they travel. I think that's kind of their deal. Alright, we've got a lot to do here. House Amladaris. Dorian's completed his research using the Liberalum and believes he's found a connection between Corypheus and an ancient magistrate named Sethius of House Amladaris. This will be difficult to prove and may be of limited use, but it's worth noting that House Amladaris still exists. Even the accusation that Corypheus and Sethius are the same person would be worthy of a scandal into Vinter, and one that the current members of the family might be desperate to avoid. I'm inclined to send it to them in secret, let them do with it what they want, but also I know Tvinters are kind of cutthroat and treacherous. Let's do
to work.
We've received a flurry of replies regarding the sale of our findings. House Amladaris is both old and wealthy, meaning there's no shortage of Tevinter families wanting to take them down. Unsurprisingly, most even seemed uninterested in whether the information was true or not. We accepted most favorable of their offers, which will help the Inquisition greatly. I had our people remove the downward-pointing triangular symbols from our outpost. They've not made a reappearance, which means little. It's clear someone has an interest in the Inquisition, someone organized with ties to those across the sea. We've eliminated the Canari as the most obvious suspects. Nonetheless, knowing who they are not does not tell us who they are, what they're doing, or why. They're clever, we know that, and they have resources. But so do we, and they should learn that they are not to toy with the Inquisition. Strike hard and fast, coordinated effort, hit all the leads at once, or don't commit to it. Well, we're committing to it. Compliments to your spy master, she is a resourceful woman. Once she traced her agent to Kaiman Brea, the match was ruled in her favor. Tell Sister Liliana to call off her dogs, save them for Corypheus. We suspect also that she's gotten all she can from Sir Helmuth. A caterpillar on a leaf does not know there's a forest above him. You will hear no more from us. Our intention was to watch, and we've seen enough. Corypheus threatens us all, and the Inquisition is Thedas' only hope for stopping him. Remember that, for the moment, we are not your enemy. As a gesture of goodwill, we share our knowledge. May it prove valuable in your coming battle. On behalf of powers across the sea, the Executors. deal for weapon plans. Just been outbid. Let's have this nobleman persuaded.
Inquisitor.
Valdorma should no longer get in our way. Enderfell's blacksmith's weapon design are ours. Capitalize with the alliance on Fairbanks. Yes, we know. Yeah, I think you need to do the romance story here.
At your service.
Gentlewomen of Southern Orlais relish the story of the noble rebel, with Lord Everest coached to put in a good word for the Inquisition every now and then. Donations are rolling in. Wait, what? We made progress at Dinan Hanan, the Tomb of the Emerald Knights. The structure appears more extensive than we had thought, as my keeper was not interested in this endeavor. Oh, this is the... okay. Yeah. Few of our soldiers met with the elves at Dinan Hanan. The elven ruins of the Emerald Graves. They're wary of our presence. Interest in strengthening our relationship with the delegation would appear more genuine if you met with them in person. Aid those impacted by the Civil War. The Imperial Army will aid the Inquisition's forces against Graffius, but they also must address lingering issues at home. Weaknesses in the Vale have resulted in demons on the road between Valforay and Montsemard. This would demand a call to action at the best of times. Unfortunately, the increased number of travelers on the road, merchants attempting to restore trade and displaced civilians, has made the situation worse. The head of the Imperial Army has requested assistance from the Inquisition in subduing this threat. Let's send more soldiers. It's an honor to fight alongside the soldiers of the Inquisition. The demons stood little chance. You run an impressive army. Nothing seals an alliance like the bonds formed in battle. Chevalier Doucet. An offer from the Imperial Army. Commander, I understand your soldiers intend to pursue a party of Red Templars into the woods surrounding Valforay. We've not forgotten your assistance against the demons, and we're not sworn to aid your fight. Are we not sworn to aid your fight against Graffius? Let us take up arms and cast these Templars out.
To work?
A fine victory. May our enemies feel its sting. Alliances with angered eyes. It has come to violence. Lord de Rosier has directly challenged the holdings of our ally Lady Tybalt. He claims their ties to the Inquisition are to blame for his loss of honor, which is technically true. His militia is poised to threaten several trade outposts, though his will to attack may not be absolute. Lady Richelieu offers a barrage of names to clarify. Despite being so ostracized, Lord de Rosier retains many allies. While you can certainly hold him at bay, perhaps we could revisit another course. Uniting both his house and that of your ally Tybalt might both appease and profit all involved. The daughter, Celeste, is still betrothed to a Leandre, but this is a war of sorts. In such times, is not personal sacrifice preferable to bloodshed? It is in fact the only wise outcome, and I have already begun preparations. Are we understood? I would not want this... Yeah, I don't think so. I think we just bully through him. Lord Rosier blockaded a number of trade routes, but his intent was only to posture. We faced token resistance to retake them. Expensive, but fortunately not in lives. Lady Richelieu is not impressed, as it was not the optimal outcome for her status calculations. And she is very grateful for our intervention. The other lady, not the lady we actually allied with. Ambassador Montilier, we've never met, but I believe you have, through a discreet means, saved me from a most disagreeable connection. As I dislike being indebted to anyone, I shall endeavor to repay you with the news item of some interest. Are you aware that the Grand Duchess of Leeds recently paid a visit to Lake Celestine? Indeed, she stayed an entire fortnight as a guest of Duke Alvin Blanchard of Valmontaigne. In light of her other connections and the curious amount of coin which spread across the region in the aftermath, you may wish to pay him a call. Let's let the court know.
Inquisitor.
My dearest Inquisitor Alindra, there was no time for us to dance in the Winter Palace, but perhaps I might claim that dance you offered now. You may not be familiar with the Allemande. It is the prelude to every great movement in music and in the game. I would be happy to teach you the steps. To begin, the couples form two lines facing one another. South of the Imperial Highway, between Verchelles and Mont-Saint-Mard, is the Illen Basin. It is a beautiful place of walnut groves, hollyhocks, and fifth-rate meaderies that recently lost its lord to the Civil War. On the western edge of Illen, the hopeful young Comte de Poisson stands, lining up his little toy soldiers for a quick and quiet invasion. Surely you would not leave the poor boy without a dance partner. If the Inquisition defends lordless Illen Basin, it might perhaps be considered your property. Be mindful of the steps, my dear. Let's be decisive.
Inquisitor.
To the leadership of the Inquisition, it comes as a great shock to me that the organization that claims to be defending us from the breach holds an interest in walnut farming. Perhaps you intend to throw unshelled nuts into the sky to repel demons. Truly, such matters are beyond my expertise. If you have a legitimate claim to Illen, I should like to hear it. Following the arrival of your letter, I invited my dear cousin Blanchard to Halam Sharal for an urgent consultation on the Inquisition, during which I had his home thoroughly searched. A large sum of Deventer gold was found in his chateau, as well as a room full of red lyrium. My cousin finds his stay at the Winter Palace shall be of some duration. Many thanks, Celine Valmont. That is the Empress. My dear Inquisitor, you dance as beautifully as I remembered. Are you ready for the second movement? The Allemande is typically followed by a courante, in which the steps are much faster, almost running. The Comte de Poisson so enjoyed your last maneuver that he is now racing to petition the Council of Heralds for recognition of his claim to Illen. I was the first one he contacted, of course, because while the young man is prone to missteps, he is not a complete fool. He's very likely going to reach out to Duke Cyril de Montfort or Duke Germain next. Cyril is the youngest and most persuadable of the council, and Germain is the oldest and most likely to support a claim of any old Orlesian nobility over the donation of lands to a new Andrastian cause. You should make your own move allegrissimo. Cordially, Marquis Montillon. Duke of Ghislaine, or Duke Cyril, or Comtesse Montbéliard, who is someone that the Dowager did not recognize. Although I might trust Liliana to know some intricacies of the game. Cullen.
Inquisitor.
It's all the same outcome. I think that's everything here. Yeah? So now we have to go to Val Royale.
Inquisitor.
Then you've received word.
No mistaking an order from the Empress.
Then we are at your disposal.
They'll appoint a new divine soon. One who'll make you stand up for us instead of protecting your own.
What's all this then? Oh, it's just cloths. Wait, what? Oh, it's all glass. Oh, it's like all stuff. I don't think there's anything that I Do I not have the chasing stuff? I think I have all this already. Oh, there's stuff. Oh, the 3 little empresses. That's cute.
Good morrow, Valroyo.
Regard the charlatan. Very happy.
And I am the foyer. We begin.
We are on the cusp of maturity.
What are you all going on
Ill
about?
repute beckons.
The proprietor disagrees. Escape is essential.
Escape is assured, and we exact revenge in high spirits.
Is this like a street performance?
Heroes we. His efforts sunk. Closure and good night.
What in the world was that? That was really odd.
Do you know where this noble wanted to meet us?
I do. The Comte Boisvert invited us to his mansion, not far from here. I pray he clears up the deaths of my messengers, as promised.
Let's go.
Lead the way.
Welcome, my friend.
Thank you for seeing us, Comte Boisvert.
The honor is mine. Please, sit. It's an honor to assist 2 such distinguished guests.
We welcome your help.
We appreciate your help, Comte.
The death of Lady Montily's servants must weigh heavily on you. Have you heard of the House of Repose?
The Assassin's League?
My contacts obtained a copy of a document in the archives. Contract for life.
The House of Repose is hereby sworn to eliminate anyone attempting to overturn the Montiliers' trading exile in Orlais.
Who signed that?
Who's sending these assassins?
The contract was signed by a noble family. The Du Paraquets.
But the Du Paraquets died out as a noble line over 60 years ago.
Indeed. But the contract was signed 109 years ago.
How can a family try to kill you after they died out?
The Du Paraquets were our rivals. They drove the Montiliers from Val Royaux. This contract was drawn up over 100 years ago, but it wasn't invoked until I tried to overturn my family's exile.
How do people remember so
Unpleasant though it may be,
like, who's keeping...
the House of Repose is merely fulfilling its contractual duties.
But this is ancient.
If the people who wanted your family dead are gone,
Literally an age ago.
why are the assassins still after you?
A contract is a contract, Inquisitor. Orlesian businesses live and die by their reputations. The entire guild's welfare would be endangered if an agreement was tossed aside on a whim of time or fate.
She's quite right, Your Worship. The House of Repose is doing what it feels necessary. By its standards.
What's our plan?
I assume you have a thought or two on this, Josephine?
The Du Paraquets still have descendants under the common branch. If we elevate them to nobility, a Du Paraquet could annul the contract on my life.
That will take time, Lady Montilier. Time during which the House of Repose will be obliged to hunt you.
Will they now? You are exceedingly well informed. You're not to have said you'd heard rumors, at best.
A bit of subterfuge. This contract on your life is an ugly business. One the House of Repose deeply regrets. But this is Orlais. Even an assassin's word is his bond.
Was there ever even a Comte?
Does Comte Boisvert actually exist?
Absolutely. The Comte's offer to reveal the killers of Lady Montilier's messengers was genuine. So was his information somehow. An end to be tied up later.
And you killed him.
I'm guessing the actual Comte
that
Boisvert met with a fatal accident.
Comte Boisvert slumbers in a nearby closet. Nothing more.
The contract on Lady Montilet's life is so unusual. We felt the courtesy of an explanation was in order.
It is appreciated, monsieur.
Your idea to seek out the Duparequet to revoke our orders is an interesting one. I wish you luck. I did not come to shed blood today, Inquisitor. Only to speak. Might I pass?
Why the warning? Well, you already said, because it's unusual. Yeah, you can leave.
Go, then.
Good day, Your Worship. My lady, I pray we never meet again.
Well, I didn't think our meeting would end like this.
We'll deal with these assassins.
I have some thoughts. Let's discuss them back at Skyhold. I'll feel safer with the castle's walls around me.
Do you hear something?
Oh, goodness. Comte Poivert, is that you? Oh, the lock's been broken off. We'll find a saw. I realize the cabinet is quite valuable, Comte, but surely... A locksmith, then? As you wish.
That's funny. Alright, back to Skyhold. Thank goodness it takes us directly there instead of making us go back to Valrio. Alright. Josephine. How are we doing this? Is it a war table mission?
Inquisitor.
I really hope there's not another war table. We gotta fix that. Wait, why did I come here? We skipped right past Josephine's office.
I'm so sorry, Inquisitor. I never thought my family's trading status would trap us in an assassin's plot.
You had no idea.
You couldn't have known it would lead to this House of Repose coming after you.
It still shouldn't have slipped past me. I've tracked down the last Du Paraquets. If they become gentry, they can annul the contract on my life. We'll require a noble from Val Royaux to sponsor them, a judge to provide documents, a minister to ratify them.
It's so like you to take the longest course of action, even when your life is at stake.
I assume you already know everything about this mess.
There is a faster way, Josephine. The original contract on your life is in the vaults of the House of Repose. If my agents infiltrate it and destroy the original, the assassin will have no obligation to chase you.
Liliana, please. I want no more bloodshed over a personal affair.
Don't be so stubborn, Josie. How long will it take you to gather these favors in Val Royaux?
I think I'm with Josephine here.
We can solve this without more deaths on either side.
My people are ready, should you change your mind. I'll post a watch on our ambassador in case the House of Repose visits.
I appreciate it, but I still believe elevating the Du Paraquets will solve this. First, we need to perform some favors in Val Royaux. I'd be happy to discuss where we could begin. Any news on the House of Repose, Inquisitor?
Well, you're supposed to
You
tell
said
me.
I'd have to do some favors in Val Royaux if we want to make the Du Paraquets lords.
The Countess Dion is our first step. Her lover, a mage from the White Spire, is missing. Bring her news of him and she'll be very amenable to sponsoring the Du Paraquets as lords.
Lady something or other has a missing lover. Yeah, let's
I have
go to
requests
the
for
loyalists.
information on your lineage from a few interested parties at the Winter
Back from the
Palace.
Conclave.
Andraste, preserve me. Feel free to use those requests as kindling.
No, I shall take them. I want to know who
him.
pines for our commander. We can use this to our advantage.
I am not bait.
Harsh. Just look pretty.
Cullen is very pretty. Oh, we gotta go back to Valerio. This is gonna be a bunch of back and forth, isn't it?
Those who had been cast down, the demons who
What is a seeker of truth exactly?
A sort of Templar, I suppose. Why do you ask?
Everyone's talking about the one in the Inquisition. I thought maybe she was a guardsman.
They are not. You're a liar.
Gone, almost to a man,
Inquisitor.
corrupted or something.
What an unexpected pleasure.
protecting us
You must have had a
The
long
Inquisition,
journey
of
to the
course.
city.
Maker.
Might there be any news from this house?
Here's a letter from Ellerly. He's safe with his family in the Dales.
Oh, my Ellerly. Oh, bless you. The Dions will sponsor the Duparakets as a family deserving of a noble title, Inquisitor. You have my word. Now please, forgive my hastiness, but I must read Ellerly's words. Make her keep you.
Alright, back to Josephine. I want to get this done before we end today. Because then we have to do Blackwall's thing, and I think Blackwall is the last, like, companion quest that we have to do.
Inquisitor.
Inquisitor,
Oh, shit.
What happened here?
the House of Repose decided to pay a visit. The
Mm.
guards arrived in time, but I should have guessed the assassins would infiltrate the servants.
Are you alright?
Are you sure they didn't hurt you?
They only frightened me. It was all so sudden. Leliana assigned people to shadow me. They appear to have saved my life. I owe you everything, Sergeant.
Only my duty, Ambassador. I'll talk with the spy master about these murderous louts. She'll find how they got in.
Any news on the House of Repose, Inquisitor?
What's the next favor we need to get these Du Paraquets a lordship?
We need a judge of the royal court to procure documents acknowledging them as nobility again.
Okay, more warfare stuff. Why is it in Ferelden? Judge Ald, who's requested a party of Inquisition soldiers meet him in the Frostbacks for a hunting expedition.
Any clues to his next move?
Send some scouts and officers to accompany him.
but
He'll be
not
happy
enough for
sign
us
the
to go
paperwork.
on just yet.
He signed the papers we need. Just need a royal minister. Come see Josephine. Marvelous bit of sport. Credit themselves bravely against something called a screaming man-eater. Interesting. Yeah, we gotta do Blackwall's quest, and then we gotta do the DLC before going to the Arbor Wilds.
Any news on the House of Repose, Inquisitor?
What's our next
What's the
move?
next favor we need to get these Du Paraquets a lordship?
We must persuade Minister Belize to ratify the papers. She's in charge of these matters of rank. The minister will be at a small fete thrown by the Marquis Wiscott. I'll get you an invitation.
Lovely. Wait, why do we need to find a way to meet her? It said, Josephine said that we were gonna get an invitation. Oh boy. Tillier, thank you. Forgive the late reply. Wonderful to hear from you. Just ridden from trouble in the Dales. Civil Wars made managing holdings difficult. Inquisitors always welcome. Only regret that it may not be as grand as I would like. Warn her worship that my preoccupation will preclude a richer evening with my guests. Now we go here. Alright, bye. Vivian looks so sad that she couldn't come.
Thank you for seeing me in private, Minister Belize.
I'd chastise you for taking me from the party, Inquisitor, but the Marquis throws such dull affairs. It's hardly worth it. I assume you wish to discuss your petition to elevate these du Paraquets to a minor lordship. Tell me, why should I allow you to pollute the Orlesian nobility any further than it's already been muddled?
To win a favor from me.
Surely even a minister could do worse than have the Inquisition in her debt.
I am a well-positioned woman. I require something more concrete than vague promises of future gifts. And do not attempt to charm me. I am far too old to tolerate it. What can you possibly provide that will make your petition worth my effort?
I'm thinking connections beyond Orlais is probably it, but...
Perhaps the services of some of the best trained soldiers in Orlais?
Normally, I wouldn't be interested, but I would enjoy not having to beg Gaspard for Chevalier. For a man who loathes the game, he has an extraordinarily sharp memory for favors. Very well, Inquisitor. Should you fulfill this bargain, I shall raise the du Paraquets into lordship.
Probably means we gotta do a war table mission. Like, just why? Why a war table mission? Just let me say yes and then move on with my life. I'm complaining. I don't even know if it's gonna be a war table mission. It's not. Thank goodness. I was getting myself psyched out.
We're at the center of everything.
Business is good.
Could be better.
New frontier? I must return to Valrayo to see that everything is right. Please join me when you can.
Fine. Fine. I don't want to do more war table stuff, so I'm hoping we're at the end of that. It's a good way to get lore because it's there and you read it.
I don't have a concern about this Corypheus or what have you. The right hand...
I received a letter from the House of Repose, Your Worship.
Mm-hmm.
They acknowledge their contract is null and void. There is no longer a price on my life.
I'm glad you're safe.
I'm glad you don't have to live your life looking over your shoulder anymore.
I regret we were forced to deal with them, that you were endangered by my part in the game. Did I ever mention I used to be a bard?
You were a singer.
No,
Bards
she was a spy
entertain the
bard.
Orlesian court. They sing, play music, make charming conversation, and spy. Many young nobles
did not
put
know
on a
this.
mask and practice playing the game in such a fashion.
How'd you come into it?
What made you interested in becoming a bard?
I was attending a university in Valroyo when I
Her face
learned
is
about
blocked by my
bards.
staff. That's unfortunate.
There was such an air of romance about them. Stories of secrets, trysts, and fascinating people. A group of us, young gentry from Antiva, decided this exciting life was for us.
And now you're a diplomat.
How did you go from being a wandering singer to an ambassador?
In a very sad fashion. During one particular intrigue, I encountered a bard sent to kill my patron. We fought. Or perhaps scrapped is the better word. Both of us terrified. We were at the top of a steep flight of stairs. The other bard threw a knife, and I pushed him away from me. You can imagine the result.
It was self-defense, it sounds like.
You were only defending yourself.
But it was such a waste, Inquisitor. When I took off his mask, I knew him. We'd attended parties together. If I'd stopped to reason, if I'd used my voice instead of scuffling like a common thug, I'll always wonder who that young man would have grown into.
No one merciful.
He seemed willing enough to murder you for the game.
Perhaps. I feel I'm the last to judge whether or not he would have actually used the blade. In all the commotion...
You don't draw a weapon unless you're intending to use it.
Forgive me.
The first
I
thing
don't
they teach you
believe
about
I ever
weapons.
thanked you for helping me with this.
You saved your family.
Hold on to it. Don't lose sight of why you came here.
I will never forget you helped save the House of Montilyet, Inquisitor. And should you ever visit Antiva, stories of the welcome we'll give you will be told for years.
Okay, well, that's it for today. Thank you so much for joining me. I appreciate having you around. I hope you're enjoying the show, the game. Treat yourself right because you deserve it, and remember that I love you. Bye.